की बलदेव महाराज की गौरी भाई की श्री प्रभुपाद की
Yes. 15.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Namaskritya
Naram Chevam Narottamam
Natyeva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtapreshu Bhadreshu
Nashtapraeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki.
So your reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 15 is 4. Okay. Just repeat. Yaha
Yaha
Atma Vidyam
Atma Vidyam
Kaya Swayam
Swayam
Samsudha Mahapurusham
Mahapurusham
Anusasmara
Anusasmara.
This is one line, right? Ya Atma Vidyam Kaya
Atma Vidyam Makaya
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Purusam Anusasmara
Purusham Anusasmara.
Ya Atma Vidyam Kaya
Atma Vidyam Kaya
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Purusam Anusasmara
Purusham Anusasmara.
Ya Atma Vidyam Akaya
Atma Vidyam Kaya
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Swayam Samsudo Maha
Purusam Manusasmara
Purusham Anusasmara.
Synonyms. We will go to synonyms.
Yaha
Yaha
Who?
Who?
King Pratiha
King Pratika.
Atma Vidyam Akaya.
Atma Vidyam Makaya.
After instructing many people
After instructing many people
about self-realization,
about self-realization,
Swayam
Swayam
personally,
personally,
Samsudaha
Samsudaha
being very advanced
being very advanced
and purified in self-realization,
and purified in self-realization,
Mahapurusham,
Mahapurusham,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
Anusasmara,
Anusasmara,
perfectly understood
perfectly understood
and always remembered.
and always remembered.
Translation. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat. King Pratiha
King Pratiha
personally propagated
personally propagated
the principle of
the
self-realization.
principles of
In this
self-realization.
way,
In this way,
not only
Not only
was he purified,
was he purified,
but he became a great devotee
but he became a great
of the
devotee
Supreme Person,
of a Supreme Person,
Lord Vishnu,
Lord Vishnu,
and directly realized him.
and directly realized him.
The word Anusasmara is very significant. God consciousness is not imaginary or concocted. The devotee who is pure and advanced realizes God as he is. Maharaj Pratiha did so, and due to his direct realization of Lord Vishnu, he propagated self-realization and became a preacher. A real preacher cannot be bogus. He must first of all realize Lord Vishnu as he is. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Upadekshanti de jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. One who has seen the truth can impart knowledge. The word tattva-darshi refers to one who has perfectly realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a person can become a guru and propound Vaishnava philosophy all over the world. The paragon of bona fide preachers and guru is King Pratiha. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano-Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Dharamayam Dadati Swapadantiyam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanu Sri Devi Pranamami Hari Vancharodvadravasya Kripa Sindhu Vyayvacha Pariyanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So first I would like to express my heartfelt joy for being here at the lotus feet of Sri Radha Kishore Gopinath King, and also coming to the lotus feet of His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj. Haribo. And thank you so much, Maharaj, for this invitation. And we also had the Association of Maharaj in Mauritius recently, and also attracted so many youth came with the program. And also it was fabulous, mind-blowing, the drama in Mayapur. Beautiful. So happy to be here again. And here, this is a descendant of King Priyavrat. There's a king here, Pratiha, who is also propagating the principle of Dharma. And the principle of Dharma, Prabhupada is saying, is not a concoction. It is not man-made. The principle of Dharma is apauruseya. Dharma to Bhagavad Pranitam. Sakshat Pranitam. Means that the Dharma, the consciousness, is actually initiated by the Lord Himself. Right? It cannot be concocted. Dharma cannot be concocted. It is Sanatana. So it means that it is initiated by the Lord Himself. And this is why it has to be propagated by bona fide representative. So here is one who has also Pratiha, King Pratiha. He propagated the principle of self-realization in this way. Not only was he purified, but he became a great devotee of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Right? So by propagation. So Prabhupada is saying that is a way one can actually realize a real preacher cannot be bogus. He must first come from the Guru Parampara. And Prabhupada is quoting the verse from Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sivaya. And just before this sloka, Krishna was telling about sacrifices. Different people doing different sacrifices. Some would offer the material possession into the sacrifice. For example, the brahmacharis, they would sacrificing the process of hearing into the mental control, mind control. The grihastas, but they would do what kind of sacrifices? The sense object into the fire of the senses. And the yogis, what kind of sacrifices? And the outgoing breathing into the incoming breathing, like that. The yogis. And the Mayavadis, the Brahmajoti. So, now, what is the best sacrifice? After speaking of sacrifice, Krishna speaks about this verse. The best sacrifice is to surrender to the spiritual master, to get the real knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshante jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Tadvidi pranipatena. What is the process? The process is mentioned. The qualification and also the process. What is the qualification? Tadvidi is knowledge. Tadvidi pranipatena. Pranipat, this word is very interesting. Pranipat. No? Ni. Pat. Pat means to surrender, to bow down to the spiritual master. To surrender completely. Prakashana, to become attracted to the feet of the spiritual master. Pranipadena, to surrender. It requires humility, right? Humbleness, to bow down, to inquire submissively, not in a challenging mood. Pranipadena, pranipat. To surrender. To become a servant, and many a servant to the Guru. Then this qualification, then the Guru will also impart a knowledge. Why can the Guru impart knowledge, transcendent knowledge? Because the Guru has seen the truth. Tadvidi pranipatena. What is the second? Pariprashnena. Pariprashnena means to inquire. And one cannot inquire in a challenging mood, right? Inquire submissively. Questions, asking questions from the spiritual master, but not in a challenging mood. So this is a qualification given by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. Tadvini pranipatena pariprashnena. And the third one is sevaya. So many points Krishna is making here. Pranipatena, submissiveness, bowing down, consider oneself to be like a menial servant. Right? This is what pranipatena. Right? Inquiring from the spiritual master. We write, when we write letters, what do we write? Your humble servant. Or sometimes we say the most fallen servant, right? One time, I remember that Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he wrote a letter to his parents. He was in a cave in India. So he wrote a letter to his parents. At the end he said, your most fallen servant. And then his parents were upset. What? This is what we made you? Spend so much money for your education just to make you a fallen servant? But this is qualification that we have to have. This is qualification of the disciple. Of course, the qualification of the spiritual master is also mentioned in that same verse, right? So the qualification, pranipat, completely surrender, submissive, bowing down, dandavat pranam, and many a servant. Because if one is proud, one cannot achieve knowledge, right? One who is proud. Right? No, one cannot actually get to knowledge. So, pariprasnena, inquire submissively, and then seva. Seva attitude. Service, attitude of service, yes. You know, having the attitude of service. And another time was Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, I think, was one person came to Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj having a question. He had a question to ask Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj told him, first you go and wash a pot in the kitchen. You use a washing pot, you go and wash the pots, and then you can come and ask for the question. So that person went and washing the pot. After washing the pot, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj asked, do you have any questions? And no, I got my answer ready. Sevaya, pariprasnena, sevaya, with that mood of service attitude. Service. This is one can actually go back to Godhead by service. Jivara Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera, Vidas, you servant. You do a servant of the Lord. So in that, these are qualifications of the disciple of what Krishna is saying here. Tadviri panipadena pariprasnena sevaya. Because knowledge comes from avaroha, means descending, not from down. It's coming from up. Descending process. Guru Parampara, it's coming from up. It means mercy. We need the mercy, right? Vande Guru Sri Charanayami. Guru means is plural here. We don't say Guru, we say Guru. Vande Guru. Guru is plural. So we offer obeisances of the whole parampara because the knowledge is coming from descending process. Tadviri panipadena pariprasnena savaya upadekshanti te jnanam. The self-realized soul can actually impart knowledge unto us because he has seen the truth. A self-realized soul can impart knowledge because he has seen the truth. Parikshanti te jnaninas tattva darshin. Darshin means he has darshan, he has seen the truth about God. And God also should be realized, not realized. It should be realized in truth. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvata. In truth. We should know God in truth. Highest truth. There are also partial understanding of partiality of God, like realizing God in Brahman realization and Paramatma realization. But the highest realization is to realize Him in Satidananda Vigraha, right? Krishna, Bhagavan. So this is because this self-realized soul can actually impart his knowledge into you because he has seen the truth. This is qualification also of the spiritual master, and because the spiritual master can impart knowledge, the spiritual master is singing every day. What do we sing? Samsara Tanaya. We're suffering. This world is completed like a forest fire. It's burning. It is extinguish the suffering, the fire of suffering. Only the mercy of the spiritual master, right? Samsara Davanal. Davanal means forest fire. Just like sometime in Canada also, sometimes the forest catches fire. It's impossible to actually stop, right? To extinguish. Even the firemen cannot do it. Only by the mercy of the rain. Gun means the clouds. Mercy of clouds showering rain, and then it can be extinguished. So the fire of material life cannot be extinguished at all. Can never be extinguished. The suffering of this world. Only by the mercy, the shower of mercy of the spiritual master. Samsara Davanal. Davanal. Davanal means forest fire. And what the spiritual master also is doing? Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanjana Shalakaya. Opening the eyes, We are born in that modes of ignorance. Darkness, not only ignorance, darkness of ignorance. So the spiritual master opened the eye with the torchlight of knowledge. Not torchlight of a battery, but torchlight of
Knowledge.
So it's an eyes opener. Because we are born in darkness. Why do we have to go to school, to colleges? Because we are in ignorance. Right? To get enlightened. But the real enlightenment is coming with the torchlight of knowledge from the spiritual master. Right? So first is extinguish the fire of conditioned life. Second is also again, spiritual master. Giving birth. Right? The spiritual master is giving birth to the disciple because disciple means initiation means birth, rebirth, second birth. Right? And no more birth. It's the last birth. Right? So no more birth. This is the last act, the last birth. Spiritual master is giving spiritual birth. Right? Initiation means spiritual birth. Right? And so many things. And cutting also the knots of material existence. Cutting the attachment of this world. And also promise to take the disciple back to Godhead. So many things. Opening the eyes, extinguish the fire of conditional life. Right? And taking the disciple back to Godhead. So it's very, very important that to understand this point, and the should be also coming from the parampara. And one time there was a disciple, Doma, Gurudev. Doma, his disciple was Aruni. So one time they were living in the ashram. Disciple was a guru. Disciple name was Aruni. And Gurudev's name was Doma. So Gurudev was coming from far, he was coming to the ashram. And then Gurudev saw in the paddy field, the canal was broken, water canal was broken, was overflowing. The water was overflowing. And the Gurudev told the disciple, you go and repair, or stop the water from flowing. It's going out. And Aruni went to the paddy field and following the instruction of the spiritual master, but could not find anything to stop it. And the water was flowing. What he did, he himself lying down his body to stop the water from going. Because that was instruction of the spiritual master. And then afterwards, he could not get up from there. He was just lying there, holding, even in the night also. Because that was instruction of the spiritual master. So then and Gurudev was worried. Why is Aruni? He's not back. I told him to do that service. And then Gurudev was worried, where is my disciple? Where's Aruni? And Gurudev came out in the paddy field looking for Aruni. Aruni, where are you? Gurudev, I'm here. He couldn't raise his hand. And Gurudev came and saw he was lying down with his body blocking the water. What are you doing? Gurudev, that was instruction. You told me to do that. I came, I could not find anything, so I preferred then to lie down my whole body to block the water. So with that, the spiritual master was very pleased. And at once, Gurudev empowered him with all the knowledge of the Shastra. At once. He received, he was empowered, was blessed with the knowledge of the Shastra. This is how actually one can actually get knowledge. Krishna is telling there are many sacrifices. Brahmacharis, Grihasthas, the personalists, the yogis. But the best sacrifice is to approach the spiritual guru, to actually get the knowledge, transcendent knowledge. And in a 64 item of devotional bhakti, 64 limbs of Rupa Swami who mentioned nectar of devotion. There are 64 items, right? So the very first 3 items is about Guru. The very first 3 items is about Guru. Guru Pada, taking shelter of the feet of the spiritual master. You know? And second is to serve the spiritual master and to take initiation from the spiritual master. Where Krishna himself accepted spiritual master. There was no need for Krishna because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. But to set example, he was also having a spiritual master. What's the name of his spiritual master? Sandipanima. Ramchandra as well. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Right? So, of course, Krishna is a spiritual master, but he also accepted the spiritual, he is the Supreme Lord, accepting spiritual master. So, this is how one can actually achieve the knowledge of the scriptures, by being humble servant, tadviri pranipatena, pariprasnena, sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam, jnaninas tattva darshinaha. Who has seen the truth can impart this knowledge. Right? So, but also disciple should be, I think, this knowledge to understand also properly, you know. Not like there was one time, there was a king, and the king was riding his horse. And he was having his servant following him by foot. And the king was was riding that horse. And one time what happened, the hat, you know, of the king fell off. And the king was going, he did not notice that the hat fell off. And after walking for some distance, the king noticed that his hat was not there, it fell. And then he turned back, he told the followers, can't you see that my hat fell down, you could have picked it up. You know? And the followers said, but Gurudev, you did not tell us to do that. You know? And then the king, my dear king, you did not tell us what to do. So, and the king said, okay, anything that falls down from the horse, you should pick up. So they were walking from a distance, and the horse starts past stool. And then the followers start to pick the stool. Because the king had told them, whatever fall down, we must pick them up and put it on the horse. And the king, so what are you doing? This is nonsense. But my dear king, that's what you told us to do. To pick anything that falls down. And then the king said, okay, you made a list now. If my hat falls down, you should pick it up. My coat falls down, you should pick it up. You know, bag fall down, you should pick it up. So many things. And they were walking, and then the horse stumbled, you know, and fell, and the king fell down. They did not pick him up. I mean, what are you doing? Can't you see? And they're looking at the list. Your name is not there. So this is not what kind of disciple, you know. Of course, it is said the disciple can also check. There should be also checks and balance. The guru can also check the disciple. Also can check the guru. But disciple can check the guru before initiation only, not after initiation. But guru can check disciple before and after initiation, right? So this is a point here that is being made that this verse is very, very interesting. And at the end, the next verse, what Krishna is saying, that by this knowledge, having this knowledge, with this knowledge, your illusion will be dissipated. You will not fall into illusion again, this knowledge. So this knowledge is very, very important. Krishna is saying also, Tesa Nevanukam Partam Jnana Jamtamaha and Nasayami Atma Bhavastu Jnana Dipena Bhashvata. Destroy ignorance, in the heart with the shining lamps of knowledge. Deepena Bhashvata. Jnana deep. Deep means the lamp. Lamp normally is fire, is lit, right? But this one is Jnana deep. Jnana deep means the lamps of knowledge. Not only the lamps of knowledge, but the shining lamps of knowledge. The shining lamps of knowledge. Dissipated darkness both of ignorance in the heart. Krishna is to show mercy to his devotees. He himself, like as Paramatma also, in his knowledge, which can dissipate his darkness. This is why this chapter is also important, to dissipate the darkness. Just like in the morning. In the morning, do you want to go out in early morning? Like when it is dark, 1 o'clock? I tell you to go on the street somewhere in the forest. You wouldn't want to go. Because there are thieves, there are dhakus, and what else? Animals, dangerous animals, brutes, right? But as sun rises in the morning, everything gets dissipated. The darkness is gone, the bhuta will disappear, the teeth will disappear, right? Because of the light of the sunshine. So this is what it is, this knowledge, and which is given by the spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sara upadikshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarsh. Tattvadarshi means he has seen the truth. He has seen the Lord in truth, in reality. Many people has realized God, but in different ways, not in truth. Partial understanding. So here, King Pratiha, who was also personally propagated the principle of Dharma, and not only was he purified, but he became a great devotee. Preachers, Prabhupada talking about preachers, Krishna is talking about preachers here. So preachers, they have to first understand, and they have to preach the message of God. It is explained that great devotees accept voluntary suffering for the benefit of other people. They accept voluntary suffering for the suffering of others. They go and distribute this knowledge to the people because people are suffering in this material world. So they accept, and this is the highest worship. The highest worship is to accept voluntary suffering for the suffering of other people. Preach the gospel of the scriptures, of this self-realization, of this knowledge of the scriptures. And this is highest worship. Parama Aradhanam Taddi. Parama Aradhanam Taddi means the highest worship one can do. We understand highest worship, the worship of Vishnu, and higher than the worship of Vishnu, the worship of his devotee, right? That here it is saying the highest worship is to accept voluntary suffering for the suffering of other people, to distribute this knowledge to other people. There was Dadichi. Dadichi said that this body that we have is not meant for us to enjoy. This body that we have, it is meant to be used for the benefit of other people. So this is why the spiritual master, the guru, self-realized soul, they actually impart this knowledge to enlighten and to deliver the conditioned soul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavatam ki, Jai Gopal ki, Gaur Premanande.
Very good.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the wonderful lecture. So, Maharaj, as you were mentioning like the knowledge, it's coming in our basically in descending order. So sometimes we see like when we see Malvika Puri, their whole mood was more towards like Lord Rama, but when we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's completely like just surrendered towards Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
So if it's coming in our like how are we getting this Krishna thing after it?
It is still descending, because who is Mahaprabhu? Krishna. So Krishna is from the beginning. He is the original Guru, right? His knowledge comes from him. He imparted his knowledge to Brahmaji and then to Narada, to Vyasa. But Mahaprabhu is still Krishna. Right? It's still in descending process.
But then it starts from Mahaprabhu.
Huh?
Now it starts from Mahaprabhu then.
Yeah. It's still Krishna. Who is Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but in the mood of Srimati, it is Krishna. It's supreme. It's still descending process. Yeah. Right. But he started this. Maharaj Puri, he started this teachings of the higher rasa. This was not there before. You know? And then Mahaprabhu also continued on that, developing this understanding of the higher rasa. You know, started from Maharaj Puri. He was the one who actually revealed that. And previously there was kind of worship of Lord Vishnu. You know, Vishnu Tadva, own reverence. That Maharaj Puri, he revealed that. And Mahaprabhu continued on that same topic. Okay, any other question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, we were talking about following disciples. Some people, after getting initiated, they prefer to change their guru. And
After initiation.
after initiation. So in such a case, was the disciple inefficient or the guru was inefficient? Like you mentioned, they both must check each other before going to, before getting initiated in the initiation.
Yeah, I mentioned that the disciple can check the guru before
Initiation.
initiation. Once we take initiation, no more check.
Guru should also check the disciple.
Yeah, the guru can check, yeah, checking before and also
After.
after initiation. Checking means to make sure that the disciple is also making spiritual progress in that sense.
Then why does such thing happen?
For him to make progress, it's a duty of the spiritual master. No? So the spiritual master also engaged with singing every day, Sansara Davana Vidaroka, and then Sivigrahara Dhananitenana, Singaratan Mandira Marjanado. So the disciple also engaged, the guru engaged the disciple in the service, taking care of the deities or temple, cleaning the temple. So make sure that the disciple is also making spiritual advance. In that sense, he is checking the disciple, you know, serving the disciple. So, but changing spiritual master, that is not allowed, because once you are initiated by one spiritual master, of course, the spiritual masters will be coming from the bona fide parampara, right? So when you come from the bona fide parampara, then one should not actually, once one who is initiated should not change spiritual master. Yes, Maharaj?
I just want to say, because of the structure of ISKCON, we have many gurus. When someone joins, they have a Shiksha guru or several. That includes Prabhupada. And so there's no need really to change, correct? Because you have multiple gurus. You talked about several gurus.
Yeah.
So the devotees need to keep that in mind. It's not that everything depends on one person. There's some multiple teachers in our tradition, and although you may make a vow and make a full commitment to one person, let's not forget there's people all around you. Oftentimes the initiating guru is not around. It's on the other side of the globe or another planet or something like that. So I mean, we have to be very practical about these things, you know, and realize
is not reduced to one person. Guru Tattva is not reduced to one person.
Exactly. That's the point.
It's like also the Gurus, it is explained that before taking prasadam, the disciples should get the mercy of the Guru. Now what do? Guru is not always here. There's traveling. So they take prasadam. But Guru has already set up the timing, right? So we can take. Yes, Mata?
My question is, if we are in the process of looking for our spiritual master, and we currently don't know who they are, who should we pray to and what should the prayer look like?
Isha Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada, Isha Prasada. Because by the mercy of Krishna we'll get a spiritual master, and by the mercy of spiritual master we get Krishna. We can pray to Krishna. We can also ask our Shiksha Guru. Can always ask from Shiksha Guru his blessing, and he can also tell you. And in ISKCON, one is not allowed to. One should choose spiritual master by his own. Not being canvassed by others who already feel, many spiritual masters in ISKCON who already feel that he's a spiritual master, and then you can choose one like that.
What should be our prayer to Krishna when we are approaching him with a desire to?
Yeah, because this is enjoined in the Shastra. In the Shastra that to make spiritual advancement, one should actually approach this. One have to have a spiritual master. It's the verse here. Tadvidi Pranipadena Pariprasnena Sivoya. So that's the kind of prayer we can. My dear also, I know I've read that in the scriptures enjoined that one should approach a spiritual master. So I'm submitting that prayer unto you, please. Help me. Like that. Definitely. Krishna will also guide you. Okay, so
Maharaj.
yes, Maharaj.
It'll be quick. Have you ever lost something and it's right there? Like, where's my glasses? Where did I put them? They're on your nose. So one answer to the question is, if you're in a spiritual community, there's already people there that are guiding you. The gurus are already there. Again, if we're just looking at the plural concept, there's already people doing the work for you.
Yeah.
It's not like there has to be a major search, so some magical thing will happen. The magic has already begun.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thank you, Maharaj. We went to Gaya. And previously he was more kind of a grammar teacher. Was more kind of scholarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he would teach, and Pami would defeat the devotees also, Srivacharya. And they were praying, when is he going to be a devotee, this Nimai? So he was challenging them every time. When he came to Gaya, there was a Brahmana with a lotus feet of Lord Vishnu there in one temple. So the Brahmanas were glorifying that lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, mantras and prayers. So after that, when Mahaprabhu was hearing that prayers, glorification of lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, and it came into his mind that he should also accept a guru. And immediately, Ishwara Puri was there. After that, he saw Ishwara Puri and he surrendered to Ishwara Puri, his spiritual master. So prayers also help. And Maharaj sang very nicely. Maybe this is Guru. So Guru is not reduced to one person only. So we have Shiksha Guru, we have the one who took you to Krishna consciousness first, also a Guru. So like that. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavatam, okay. Srila Prabhupada